Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing tax and OECD yet again. I've been railing against this for about a week now. Again, it's not something I particularly wanted to get involved in, but it's resulted in me having to wade in here because there's been a lot of developments, most notably Trump pulled the United States out of OECD based on my knowledge of how American and Thai law interact. That results in us Americans over here being able to then fall back on our treaties between the double tax agreement and the U.S.-Thai Treaty of Amity. You know, to my mind, Americans really don't need to worry a lot about this OECD from here on out. That said, I am Thai, and notwithstanding the fact I was born in the States, I'm Thai and I live here now. I don't want to see Thailand in the OECD at all. And I would like to see them just rejected out of hand. I don't see OECD being in Thailand's interest. I don't see what it contributes to the economy. I think if anything, it's one giant drag. It's a big boondoggle. It's a con. It's a grift. It's basically a way to extract wealth, probably from the lowest segments of the economic strata here in Thailand, to the betterment of a bunch of global oligarchs, basically. This supranational neocolonialism needs to end. I'm sick of it. I want to see Thailand out of this. That said, you know, I want to kind of put a more practical perspective on this. I thought of making this video after reading a recent article, actually not an article, it was a recent quote on our channel, a comment, quoting directly, and this is kind of a snarky comment, but it brings up a good point. Who's keeping track of the sponsor money that love clowns are sending their T-Rocks? And his point is, look, a lot of guys come over here to Thailand. They meet a nice Thai girl, they go back home, and they may send her an allowance or something of this nature. And the point he's trying to make is, who's keeping track of that? This is the point. This is why OECD is awful. Look, Thailand has a good banking system. It's inoculated itself. It's since the '97 crash. It's created a rather substantially strong capital-intensive banking system. The banking system here can withstand a lot of shock because it got inoculated to do that after '97. So as far as banking facilities go, doing business in Thailand from a banking perspective, once you have a bank account, now that's its own sort of, endeavor, but once you have a bank account, you can do business here in Thailand pretty easily. Thailand, do we really want to self-impose a bunch of neo-colonial, supranational regulations and rules that they just arbitrarily make up, largely for their own benefit? Do we want to have our economy hamstrung by that? I know this person bringing up, guys with Thai girlfriends sending money to them seems like a small thing, but add it up in the aggregate over the economy. Small inbound transactions for small businesses, small transactions, just people, retirees bringing money from their home country into Thailand. If you monitor and track and trace and try to impose tons of taxes and nonsense regulations and a bunch of forms and neo-Soviet lines and filling out things and having to go online to deal with some digital system that barely works that they have to learn, you're going to drive everybody away. You're going to drive away the retirees. We're going to drive away the investors. We're going to drive away anybody who ever wanted to come over here and spend some money. That's who we're going to drive away with OECD. Please, Thailand, reject OECD. Let's be done with this. I'm not saying follow in the American footsteps. I'm just simply saying, look, it's a big deal that Trump just said no more to this. It's in the national interest of the United States, I think, to say no more to this. It's in Thailand's national interest to say no more to this. And I hope it happens sooner rather than later.